Kingdom Ambassadors. What's good? What's popping? What's going on? In between, underneath, above, and all of that good stuff. How you feeling? How you kicking it? How you breathing? The moral of the story is, can you stop? Can you stop? Poocha leg, baby. How you doing? Yeah. Okay. So welcome back to another video. Thank you so very much for clicking on this video. Thank you for spending your time here, listening, watching, whatever it is that you're choosing to do right now. I appreciate you. Yeah. If my face is new to you, what up, Pooh? My name is Beautifully Yasmin. I am a content creator, a YouTuber, child of God, a lover of God, an auntie, a cousin, a sister, a mother. Not a mother yet. And if you just want to test out the vibe, see what's going on over here, get into the groove of things, go ahead and do such. But before you exit this video, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that post notification bell so that you will be notified every single time your girl drops a video. And if you are a returning subscriber, what's up, my fellow Kingdom Ambassadors? You already know what to do because you are true to the game, not new to the channel. Right. So, make sure that you like this video, comment down below 2 yellow hearts so I know that you are returning. If you are new, comment down below 1 yellow heart so I know that you're new and I can return the favor back. Outside of that, let's get right to this video because y'all know I can ramble on and I'm not about to sit here and just idle chat with y'all because I know y'all got stuff to do because you're a boss. So period. Let's go into it. I need to stop saying that. I like exclamation mark better because I just feel like it's different. So exclamation mark. Let's get right into this video and it's giving. I added some accessories to it, so now I'm starting to feel myself. I'm starting a lot. I mean, it's alright. It ain't my favorite hairstyle. It's not even a part of my top 10 at all. But it's cool. It's cool. But yeah, I'm trying out new hairstyles, living outside of my element. Alright, so we're not going too much into that. Ooh, my necklace. Why is my necklace like that? Ooh. What is happening over here? Okay, I have to fix my necklace because I was like, what is happening right there? Anyway. Without further ado, you've already read the title, so you know this is another review. Okay? And it's another what you said? Yeah, you guessed it. It's something related to Africa. It's an African movie. And it's called A Sunday Affair. You see it right there. You saw it in the thumbnail. Okay? Now, this movie, I'm not going to give you scene by scene, but I'm going to give you the gist of the movie, the summary of the movie. So it's about 2 best friends, Uchi and Toyin. Toyin and Uchi have been best friends since they were 12 years old. They met at, I don't know what it is. Is it pier? A pier. Is that how you pronounce it? You know that little, if I find a picture of it, I'm gonna put it up here. It's like a beach, and it's like a little some bridge you can sit on. They met on that. Now Toyin I believe she is more well off than Uchi. Okay. So the movie opens up with the two of them meeting, how they first met at the pier, and then it fast forwards to Toyin, or is it Uchi? Toyin. Both of them sitting there again at the pier again, and there was a guy, and Toyin was supposed to go with the guy, but she chose to stay with her best friend, and they did like a, what is it? Pinky promise to one another, whatever, right? Now, then he fast forwards to them being grown at a wedding, at Uchi's sister's wedding, where she gets married to this man named Alex. Alex is fine, okay? That's his real name. His real name is Alex, okay? His scene in the younger sister's, Uchi's younger sister's scene don't really matter, because they just, you know, the characters are just flowing between. We don't really care for them. Not care for them, but it don't matter. So I just wanted to mention that Alex is. I don't have celebrity crushes. I don't have. It's not a man that a celebrity. I'm like, oof, yeah. But Alex is really. He's a yeah. He's a yeah. He's fine. Like, he's tall. Good on the eyes. Just, And I don't like tattoos on a man, but on him, I'll accept it. He fine. He a fine man. Okay, so let me tell you the story, just a quick backstory. So, I used to follow him. I still follow him on Instagram, but there was a point where I followed him at first, right? I had to follow him. I followed him at first on Instagram before he got into a relationship, because I knew that he was fine. And he used to like look at my story every time I would post his stuff. He would like come. I think it's just, I was just like, oh, he knows me. Yeah. So I followed him, and when I shared his video, he would come to my story, and then he would continue on to my other story. And I was just like, if only you know, you can really get it, sir. If only you know, you can get it. Ooh. So fast forward. Find out that he got engaged, so I instantly unfollowed him, because I don't like taking men. I don't. A man that's married in a relationship, whatever, complicated, baby mama, all that, off the table for me. Immediately, I'm uninterested. Like, immediately uninterested, right? So I instantly unfollowed him. Because I was like, oh my gosh, she's engaged. Oh my gosh, I really hope that it works out for him. Because I would put, my liking for you would die instantaneously. Okay? Like, immediately. No longer find you attractive. So, I think they were together for like some time or whatever, and then later on, they ended up breaking up. When I finally ended up breaking up, I had to follow him right back. Yeah. Because now you're single. So my attraction for you can return, because you probably was dope. You're not engaged no more. Yeah. He's a lie. Anyway, so to the movie. Where'd I stop at? Okay, so Alex just took my mind away. Okay, so basically, they're at the wedding or whatever, and these three people are the main character. The people I'm about to name. Uchi is known for being a promiscuous woman. She likes married men. I don't understand the fascination with that, but that was her fascination. If you weren't married, she didn't want you. She liked married men. So when they were at the wedding, she sees this guy. He looks at her. She looks at him, and Toyin was like, so Uchi is like the fun and loose girl. Toyin is like the well-mannered, ducks in a row type of woman, right? And she don't like married men. She needs you to be as free as possible. No complications, nothing. No attachment. Your baby mother is not living with you. Y'all ain't just had, girl, child, remember I talked to a dude, child. Man be out here just perpetrating the front, child. I had to cut that man off immediately. I should do a story time about that. Anyway. So, she don't like no attachments. So, they're like night and day. Okay? Boom, boom. So, boom. You got those two best friends. Now, the guy that Uchi was looking at, his name is Sunday. While they were having this little interaction or whatever, Sunday's wife, a woman comes up with a daughter and sits next to him, right? Which now intrigues Uchi even more because, again, she likes married men who are taken. Ugh, disgusting. So, there's a scene that occurs at the wedding, at the end of the wedding, where Sunday, who is the man that Uchi was looking at, his wife was going off on him, was like, oh, you couldn't just have it together for a couple of hours. We had a wedding. Scene was had. Uchi saw the scene that was had, right? I'm thinking that, but because I didn't know she was into married men, because this is the beginning of the movie. But I'm thinking she's gonna be like immediately like turned off like how I would have been, like, ugh. And I'm thinking the movie's gonna be like him chasing after her and him like wooing her and him having to like leave his wife for her because he found love. I'm thinking that's what something like that's gonna be, right? Maybe I was mad wrong. Mad wrong. Okay? And how this movie ended was, we don't get there. So, scene was had, she saw the scene. Bartender walks by. The little sister, Uchi's little sister, is the one who was getting married to Alex. Uchi's little sister throws her bouquet. Uchi's the one who Toyin caught it and gave it to Uchi because she don't want nothing to do with no man. She's not gay. Let's be clear. She's just tired of the man and their BS. All right, my husband, he ain't gonna come with no BS. But she's tired of a man out there who is not my husband that be out here with the BS. Yeah. So Uchi still had this bouquet in her hair. She put it in a little, so the waiter guy was walking by and he had like a bottle of wine in like the little, I don't know what it's called, a little bucket, okay? She takes a bottle of wine, put a thing, and I'm thinking she's like gonna take that and go chill or whatever. She walks over to Sunday, and her and Sunday end up, one thing leads to another, they end up doing it at the wedding. I don't know if it's a bathroom, but they end up doing it. And I could have done that love scene. Because the lady who acts in this movie, she has done other movies that she was really obnoxious. She knows how to act. And I'm really good at whatever role that I saw you being bad and I just did not like you in that role will stick with me. Now every other role that I've seen you do good and you were a good person, that's gonna stick with me too. But the moment I see you do something that I don't like, immediately you are forever. Michael Ealy in Four Color Girls. Forever in my bad book. Forever. Yes. Who else? It's somebody else I can't think of. But I know always Michael Ealy because they be like, he's so fine. He unalived children. Yeah. He was abusive. Yeah. So ain't no, in real life, even if I was to see him and he was the most kindest man, no one tell you, sir, you played a role, deal with the consequences. So anyway, so because of that, I don't too much really care for her like that. So the love scenes, I was real like grossed out. Like, please move the fuck away. Like, move. Peace fuck, bro, in this scene right now. Like, what? You just saw your man had a wife and then, what you doing? Child. Fast forward to, after the wedding, they have their own, they do it, they come out fast forward to after the wedding or whatever, right? Somehow, Toyin ended up having to go to a IVF specialist because, again, like I told y'all, she is not trying to be with no man. So she want to have her child, her train. So she's trying to go do it herself. So she's on a train in Sunday. And Sunday also, by the way, is related to Uchi's little sister's husband. So that's Uchi's in-law. Seeing me? Little tickle in my spine. That's Uchi's in-law. Okay. Sunday. Okay. And Sunday, how he look? He alright. He not my type. He not by far. He not my type. And the person he ended up picking, I was just like, I would have picked the opposite. If I was in his shoes and I had to pick the woman that I would like in his shoes, I would have picked the opposite of what he picked. Cause boy, you stupid. Cause how the movie ended is just so pissing me off. I literally just finished watching it. That's why I'm like so. Anyway, so Toyin is on the train going to her IVF appointment or whatever. Sunday ended up being the one to sit next to her. The plane is full, so Toyin can't move and go nowhere. They have their little back and forth. She at first is like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't speak to married men. I don't speak to cheating married men. Yeah. So then he proceeds to let her know, like, no, he's gonna divorce. He's not married. No, he don't tell her that till later on. So while they're on a train, she's giving him like the cold shoulder or whatever. He ended up like saying something. You know, typical. You give them cold shoulders. They end up trying to do something. They make you laugh a little bit. They're like, oh, it's a win. It's a win. A win is a win. A win is a win. That's a man. A win is a win. A win is a win. Yep, that's what he was. So she wasn't budging. She wasn't budging. I need to stop doing this because I be hearing this in my videos and I just be like, ugh, stop hitting your thighs. Cause thick thighs save lives, baby. Anyway, so they end up chilling. They were cool or whatever. Had a conversation or whatever. They get off the plane. She goes to her doctor's, and she starts her IVF process. But they called it IOU or something like that in the show, in the movie. So she goes for that, and they are like, you sure you want to do it? You 100% sure? She's like, yeah, inseminate me. I'm 100% sure I'm going to have a child. You'll be able to do it. They didn't do it yet, but like it was like the consultation. So she comes back and she's coming back to the train station after her appointment to go back home. And she hears a commotion going on, and it is Sunday and a man going back and forth about like, yeah, I do this every day I do this, whatever. And he ends up telling her what's going on, which is like the train cannot move right now. So she's like, well, how am I supposed to get home? And he was like, oh, I can guarantee that we definitely going to move tomorrow morning. So she's like, how you know, whatever. And he ends up telling her like he is like the CEO of like something about something with engineering the trains and something along the line. He does something with the train, so he knows the train is going to move. So he offered to get her a hotel. And she's like, get my own hotel. And he was like, you're not going to be able to do it in this short amount of time. So he ends up getting her a hotel. And they end up going out to, he ended up taking her out to eat. And that's when she found out like he's getting divorced. And he's not actually married or whatever, right? So then she like feels a little bad and kind of like softens up a little bit towards him, a lot of it towards him. And they end up chilling that night, having dinner, and just congregating, conversing, having a good old grand time. For me, there's nothing you can tell me. So, fast forward to that, they end up liking each other, right? When the movie gets a bit spicy, is that remember how Uchi and Sunday had intercourse at the wedding, correct? Right. So, it kind of makes things a bit sticky because now him and her best friend Toyin are not talking, are now engaging in the talking stage. After this whole thing occurred, he wound up the dinner. He ends up walking her to her room, and like his wife calls, and then that kind of like shuts it down for her, whatever. She goes inside. Fast forward to them actually like start talking, and talking. He ends up like liking her, and then he ends up also. So his brother Alex, I'm gonna use his real name because I don't remember his acting name because they didn't play that much of a role. His brother warned him and was like, "Hey, stay away from Uchi," because I guess he heard that they slept together or whatever. So he was like, "Stay away from her. She's cuckoo. She's all that." You know what people be saying when women are like are promiscuous. I don't know the word. When women are just like, yeah. So he was like, "Stay away from her," right? He ends up like, "Yeah, okay, I'm gonna stay away from her." That same breath, Uchi comes out because they have dinner at Uchi's mom's house, and at the end of the dinner, what happened there is not important. She prayed. It's not important. I'm skipping through the unimportant things to get to the big part of it. So, him and Uchi end up going out together, and they end up doing it again. She then ends up inviting him to her gallery opening. Now, he does show up to the gallery opening, but she was not aware because of the embarrassment, the embarrassment that occurred at her event. So apparently she has a sugar daddy, and her sugar daddy Sam is the one who funds everything in her life: her home, her clothes, her undies, her panties, her bras, her gallery, name it, he's paying for it, and in return she gives him the punani. Okay? So Sam is a bit upset because she wasn't trying to do anything with him. When he came, she was about to go to make her speech at her gallery opening. He walks in trying to get some, and he ugly. But older men are just automatically ugly to me. Just older men. Just older men to me, like, I just don't see no trouble. Like, automatically, because you're older. So, like, excuse me, like, comment, and subscribe this video. Thank you. So he ends up being interrupted by Toyin walking in, or was it Toyin? No, somebody else walking in, let her know, like, "Hey, we're ready for your speech now," and she ends up leaving, and he's upset. So when she's about to give her speech, he interrupts her, and like, in a way, indirectly, but directly, let it be known that he is her sugar daddy, and that he funds this, for lack of a better word, in front of everybody. Okay? So this is why she didn't know that Sunday actually did come to the gallery opening, because as soon as he was walking in, he saw that encounter, and then he walked away, and he was right behind Toyin. So I keep saying Toyin. It's Toyin. My apologies. It's Toyin. Okay. So after that, what happens? He ends up now he's in the middle of both people. He's back and forth dating both of them, but he hasn't had with Toyin yet. Toyin, it's a Nigerian name, so excuse me. My apologies. He hasn't had an interaction with her yet, but he's been having with Uchi this whole time, right? At this point, he knows that he's dating best friends, because he knows from the beginning, he didn't know that they're best friends. From the beginning, because he saw both of them at the wedding, so he knows they're best friends. And so, yeah, the brother now knows too, and he's telling him, like, "Yo, you can't do this because you're going to end up getting me in trouble," because the brother Alex, you're going to end up getting me in trouble, and me and my wife just got married, and I don't got time for your shenanigans. So he was supposed to go break up with the both of them. No, I think he had picked to break up with Uchi because he felt like Toyin was more of a wifey material. So he was going to go break up with Uchi. Fast forward, while they're doing all of this, everybody's having feelings for him, and he's having feelings for the both of them. To the point where they end up falling in love. He falls in love with both of them. They both fall in love with him. Neither one of them know that the other one is dating either one. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks. Carry on. What happens? So now we get to the point where it gets a bit saucy, Remember, he was supposed to go break up with one. So when he tries to go break up with one, that one end up doing something that he's like, oh, I can't break up with you now. So he tries to break up with the other one. Then they end up saying something that he can't do it. He can't break up with them. So now he's still stuck with dating the both of them. So then he comes up with an idea to like, he ends up actually at another day later, he ends up actually breaking up with Uchi in person. But he uses the Sam sugar daddy guy as a leeway to break up with her. And then because he just couldn't look at Toyin in her face to face and break up with her, he just ghosted her. So now he's completely cut off both of them, right? And in the process of him cutting off both of them, he finds out that he actually is in love with the both of them, but he loves one of them way more than he loves the other one, and he wants to be with one of them instead of the other one. All right, so we don't know who it is yet, okay? Now, around this time, Toyin and Uchi have told each other that they're dating somebody, but they haven't told each other who that somebody is. And before he broke up with them, they were supposed to bring their somebodies to dinner, but he ended up breaking up with them. He didn't know they was going to do this anyway, that there was going to be a dinner, but it was just coincidentally that it happened before the dinner occurred. So now they both are brokenhearted, and Toyin calls Uchi to to confide in her and talk to her about like her heartbreak. But as soon as she picks up the phone, she hears the hurt in Uchi's voice and automatically just forgets about her own feelings and tries to be there for her and invite her up so she can console her. And in that moment, I was like, dang. It kind of made me feel like she was being, neglecting of herself. And as a best friendship, her best friend should have picked up that like something was wrong with her best friend as well. The same way she was able to pick up with Uchi should have been able to pick up in Toyin's voice that she was not okay either, and so they should have been able to console one another instead of just Toyin putting her feelings away and not having, just pulling hers away and just being focused on her. And it's been like that from the beginning, where Toyin is always focused on Uchi, to the point where it's like, why? Remember, she left a man to be with Uchi because she didn't want to leave her best friend in destitute or whatever. I'm not sure of the reason behind it, because we didn't get that. It just gave us her choosing her best friend over her man, and I don't know why. Because for me, I don't really, at this point in my life, I don't put that best friend title on really people like that. I don't really put the friend title on people like that either. So for me, when it comes to the friendship, I'm not sure if I would pick my best friendship over my man. It should be a balance. I shouldn't have to pick one or the other. I'm not effing you. I'm not effing him either because we're not married. But and I'm not in a relationship with you. I'm in a relationship with him. We can't do what me and him do. You and I can't, him and I can't do what you and, it's two different relationships. So there should be no reason why I have to pick one or the other. Anyway, so fast forward to, because I gotta make this sure I got 5 minutes before my thingy is out. So fast forward to Toyin finds out that she has cancer, stage 3 cancer, and now at this point, Sunday was gonna let Uchi know that he's in love with her. He actually did tell her that he's in love with her, and he wants to be with her, but he couldn't be with her because he felt like he needed to be with Toyin, because at this point, this is when Toyin found out that she went missing, and he's the one who found her, and then she lets him know that she has cancer, and she's going be out of here. All right? And cancer is unprepared because my grandfather died from cancer, so it's not even like for play. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So back to this. So they both put aside their feelings to be there for her, which is why I was like, okay, well, I guess the friendship is mutual. She. Now, where it gets effed up is this. Toyin and Sunday are now officially together, and everybody knows they're together. They live together, everything. Together, everything. So now Uchi ends up like no longer liking him, like not no longer liking him, but like because she, you know. So she gets pregnant and she decides to like no longer take her medication because she can't be on her medication and also to carry her baby, her child, her daughter to full term. So she decides to like forego the medication right now until she gives birth. So while she's pregnant, tell me why these people are still out here. They end up meeting up at Uchi's gallery and end up doing it, knowing that she's stage 3 cancer, pregnant, and all that. All right, we end up finding out at the end of the movie that she did see them do it that day. But what blows my mind is when she did see them do it, she proceeded on with life like she didn't see nothing. For me, my best friend that I love from 12 years old, and you know that's my dude. So you gonna with my dude, and you still gonna come sit before me, and we gonna hold hands and pray. She held their hands and prayed to God about their food, girl. So she ends up dying, but before she dies, she writes this letter, and she's apologizing to them. Toyin dies, writes a letter to Uchi and Sunday, apologized to them for her being selfish, because when she did walk in on them and saw them doing it, she didn't do anything. She just pretended like nothing happened so she could be living in her bliss. And she thanked them for giving her love and courage and for them to take care of her and for them to take care of her daughter. Girl, are you dumb? See, I would have been a mad petty person, and I would have made his ex-wife guardian over our child. Because I'm that petty. Because you want to sleep with my best friend, right? Because you want to have knowing that I'm dying? Now, the only thing about it is that he actually did want to be with Uchi, but because he felt like Toyin needed a reason to live, he was willing to sacrifice his love for her to be with Toyin. And vice versa. Them two vice versa was willing to sacrifice each other, love for each other so that she can be with him. Girl, I don't give about none of that. I don't give none of that. And the fact that she even died was really like, I would have came back alive. And child, couldn't be me. But after the video, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that post notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I post a video. And with that, my fellow Kingdom ambassadors, I love you. I mean it. God loves you. You know it. I love you. What's up, my fellow Kingdom ambassadors? What's good? What's popping? What's going on? What's up, my fellow Kingdom?
Yes, it's a commercial. It's a commercial. So y'all better come get one of these. Y'all better come get one of these. Okay? So, first thing first, you guys know I have a YouTube channel. What you may not know is I have 2 YouTube channels. One is Beautifully Yasmin, where you can go and watch regular videos like pranks, cooking videos, what else? It's a plethora of things going on over there. And my other channel, my new baby, Beautifully Yasme, which is Yasme, Yasme. You can go over there to go watch reaction videos to movies, animes, reality shows, name it, we getting it. All right. And also, you guys know that I have a clothing company. Now, to be able to see what I have going on over there, you can go to kingdomambassador.co on Instagram and on Facebook. Again, that is kingdomambassador.co on Instagram and what? On Facebook. So, Reassurance of the Week is basically where I give you a little snackity, okay? A little taste for your week so you can continue on to the rest of your week from God. Okay, it's like a little ice cream from God. We talk about God, and we talk about it in a me way. I don't know how, just a me way. So if you're interested in that, make sure you go ahead and follow kingdomambassador.co. And anything else you need to know, go to my Instagram, Beautifully Yasmin, to follow everything else that's going on over there. And you will stay up to date with whatever I have going on in my life.